All right. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Once again, with another classic live stream for the ass today. Sincerely hope everybody is blessed. Sincerely hope everybody's having a good one. Doc is having an awesome day. Unfortunately, guys, I apologize for being 10 minutes late. Doc was doing some research on the computer in reference to this particular topic tonight. So Doc had to take care of some unfinished business before I came on to give you guys or deliver this particular topic today. But like I said, official time check 8:40 in the PM Eastern Standard Time, which makes it about 7:40 in the PM Central Time, which makes it about 5:40 in the PM for everybody repping that West Coast. And of course, 8:40 in the AM Eastern Standard, in Philippine Standard Time. Wherever y'all reporting in the world today, maraming salamat sa lahat. And thank you guys for joining the Good Doc on this particular live stream today. I'm going to try to bring up my view on YouTube so that I can make sure that I got my like counter right, make sure everything is on the up and up. I see we got 8 watching, 5 likes. I can fuck with that. That's pretty good. On your way in, please feel free to get the likes up on the video. Y'all know how the game goes. Caress, molest, and de-stress yourself all over that like button. It wants it. It needs it. It most definitely has to have it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Definitely make sure you take care of that one for the Good Doc. For anybody who wants to support the channel, please feel free to do so. But of course, the Good Doc is happy that you come through. Spend just a little bit of time with him today. Nayon Den. Also, ebooks, Patreons, the masterclass, all of that stuff should be listed in the link in the description area below. Ladies and gentlemen, your title doesn't entitle you in foreign countries. I repeat, your title does not entitle you in foreign countries. Now, for those of you who are in the know, a lot of you know that Doc posted a video a little bit earlier today that was cringeworthy at the most. You guys saw the video, and if you guys did not check out the video that I posted earlier today, please feel free to do so after this live stream is over, or you could take a time to open it up in another screen just to have it prepared, just in case you guys want to check it out a little bit later on, okay? Again, your title doesn't entitle you in foreign countries, all right? Just because you come from somewhere else doesn't mean that the rules in that particular country apply to the Philippines, or you have the exact same rights that are afforded to you in your home country. Let me say that one more time. Just because you come from somewhere else and you have certain rules and rights as citizens of that particular place does not entitle you to those same rights and rights and all kinds of shit that you'll get in the Philippines, okay? Let me talk to y'all for a quick second. For example, an Australian nun was arrested sometime last year. Do y'all remember that? Press 1 if you remember that. There was a story about an Australian nun who was arrested sometime last year, 2018. She was arrested for illegal political activities in the Philippines. Clearly a country that was not her own. So imagine this. They are willing to arrest Australian nuns, women in ministry. Do you think that your average foreigner stands a chance? If they are willing to arrest women in ministry, nuns, for any type of activity, do you think that your average foreigner honestly stands a chance? Do you think that the rules and the rights are going to be afforded to you? Come on, man. Your title doesn't entitle you in foreign countries. I feel like, the entitlement some people have is like mind-boggling. It really blows my mind at times because they go hard on situations and stuff and look stupid in the process. They look so dumb when they go hard for situations that really have nothing to do with them. Or they go hard thinking that, they're back home. That shit don't apply at all. It never has and it never will. I feel like why argue over something as mediocre as a traffic citation, which was mentioned in the previous video that I posted earlier, and you do something unnecessary and, it really does make the rest of us look a certain kind of way. Just gonna be honest. It makes me feel a certain kind of way, but it makes the majority of the chosen few look a certain kind of way as well. And by the way, I want to share with you guys some stories that I found online that made me feel the way that I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to share with you some stories. that I genuinely love. But before I get into the stories, guys, 16 watching, 11 likes. Let's go ahead and get the likes up. And if you guys want to support the good doc, please feel free to do so. Y'all see the super chat. Y'all do what y'all got to do to make that happen for the good doc. I'm trying to end the month strong, extra strong. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to leave you. I'm going to post a couple of links. Every time that I read an article that I want you guys to focus on, I'm going to leave a link for you guys here in the chat. All right. Let me see. Is this the chat? Yeah, let me see. The link should post. Okay, the link is there. This is a link to an article that I wanted to read, and I'm going to read it out loud so you guys don't have to go to it, but I just want you to show, I want to show you where my information is coming from when it pertains to your title doesn't entitle you as foreigners in the countries. All right. So the first story I'm going to read is about a Boracay Beach closure. The Boracay Beach was closed after a tourist allowed her child to defecate in the sea. Now, this is a little bit nasty, but it sucks. But it has to be told. There is a story that needs to be told. So they're closing down a stretch of the Boracay Beach after a female tourist allowed her child to defecate in the water. Now, you guys know that Boracay is like the top tourist destination aside from Palawan as far as beaches and all of that stuff are concerned. So this woman let her child defecate in the water. Oh my God. It says in a video that was uploaded to social media, the woman was holding her child over the water while the woman allegedly buried the soiled diaper in the sand. So the child defecated and she buried the diaper in the sand. Wow. So that's all I wanted to talk to you about that one. Jesus Christ. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's and this one really has nothing to do with entitlement from the standpoint of I'm the foreigner, look at me. This is the fact that you come to a completely different country and you fucking allow your child to shit in people's water. I don't think that you would do that in your own home country. They did not actually list where this person was from specifically, but they said foreigner. So I'm going out on a limb and saying foreigner as in somebody that is not local. Okay. This woman let her child defecate in the water. I'm going to get to my chat in a minute. I want to share some stories with you first about American entitlement that has mind boggled the shit out of me. This shit weird to me. She brung her child to Boracay. Now, y'all know Boracay is supposedly a nice place, all right? And to an extent, you know, the certain stations, certain stations 1, 2, and 3, they're pretty much popping and shit. But at the end of the day, although those, those places are really good or really nice, outside of those areas, they may not be as nice as people think that they are. So it's not all of Boracay. It's just very selective areas in Boracay. All right, so that's the first one of entitlement. It's not American entitlement. It's just entitlement as people coming in from foreign countries. Okay, now this one here is quintessentially the American entitlement that I love to discuss. All right, so I posted the link to the article. You guys can click on it if you want to and follow me on it, but you don't have to. I'm just going to read over it very briefly. It says, American woman arrested for slapping a cop during a restaurant meltdown. Jesus Christ. This happened apparently on the 14th of this month. It says, an American woman has been arrested for shouting and swearing at a policeman before slapping him in a restaurant in Las Piñas City. Las Piñas police person says that the woman was named who? Cheryl Hawkins Bautista. I guess that's her name. It says, based on the support, she was arrested following a complaint from a food chain that a customer was creating trouble. Okay, according to the owner of the eatery, the suspect said she was willing to pay for the food she had eaten with a female friend, but only with her credit card. However, the owner said her restaurant could not accept credit cards. Everybody knows that Philippines is a cash-based country. Anybody who is even your dumbest motherfucker knows that you pay in cash for the most part when you come to restaurants in the Philippines, right? So I guess she was irate because she couldn't pay with her credit card. Come on, bitch. This is the Philippines. It's not the United States. Okay. She says, when police arrived at the scene, one of them approached her to get her side of the story. However, apparently, believing she was about to be arrested, she started shouting and swearing at him. The incident was recorded. You gotta love cameras. The footage was shown to the police and the woman's friend attempting to calm her down, and she continued to shout at the policeman. Jesus Christ. This is some feminist shit for me. I'm sorry, man. That shit makes my stomach hurt. Because anyways, let me finish. As she could not be, is it pacified? The officer decided to arrest her. However, as he approached her, handcuffed her, he received a slap in the face. So these bitches is over here just slapping people now because she couldn't pay with her credit card. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bruh. So now the chick's over here slapping people because she couldn't pay with her credit card. Oh my God. Entitlement at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Entitlement at its finest, okay? Before I get to the chat, guys, I got one more story to share. I promise you, this is probably one of my favorite stories of all times. Okay. And this one is when your entitlement goes too far in reference to being the white knight. Okay. I have never heard of a story like this. I mean, we've heard of similar stories, but this one is great. All right, guys, if you guys are ready, I'm going to post a link. If I get ones to know that I have everybody's undivided attention, I need everybody's undivided attention for this stories. The first two, yeah, the Boracay pissing and urine and shit, that's nasty as fuck. Yeah, I know that. The American woman slapping people, that's cool. But this particular article that I want to share, I got to make sure I have everybody's undivided attention. I need to make sure the ones are coming in. I'm going to post the link, but this shit here funny to me. I need to make sure I have everybody's undivided attention before I go hard on this one, because this one is probably the best article out of all of them. But I just want to make sure everybody's on point. We got to be all on the same accord with this one, okay? Because this shit right here got me feeling a certain kind of way. All right. Only if you guys are ready, man. I need to make sure I have everybody's undivided attention for this one. I know you guys have your own comments and concerns. I feel you. I understand you. But there's one more article that needs to be read that I want to share with you guys that we should really discuss in its entirety, because it is greatly the best story, probably by far one of the best stories that I've ever heard in my whole entire life. Okay. If you guys want me to read comments first, I could read prior comments before I knock this one out. But let me get my shout outs real quick. I see you guys in here, and I'm going to give you this last story after I give my shout outs. Okay. So let me see. I got my boy MD in the building. I appreciate y'all coming through. My man Akeem James, what's good with you? My man MD says there was another mass shooting in Texas today. Damn. Yeah, I did catch some of those articles, man. I didn't get all of it, but yeah, I did hear about that. Heart goes out to those people, man. It's fucked up, man. Yes, we are not safe everywhere. That's true. Let me see. He said the video was a disgrace. Few that think the PH is the same as the US. Exactly, man. My man, NY Mets fan, was good with you, bro. Appreciate you coming through. Sean Hayes, I see you guys. My man Akeem James says, I really hoping the guy prayed he did not get reported by the police to the immigration. Yep, got to keep your privileges at home. Michael Cruz, I see you in the building. My man Akeem James says he was way over his head. All he had to do was calm down and produce a driver's license. Yeah, it kind of got a bit out of hand. My man says Chinese people defecate in the water. That's nasty. Yeah, some people need to be sent back to the United States in reference to how they choose to treat people. It's sad. I know. I'm not gonna even look up people pissing and shitting in water. That's why I don't go swimming at all ever. Pedro, I see you in the building, bro. Much love to you. I'm reading these comments before I drop this last article on that ass. MD says Boracay is overrated. I'm not really the biggest fan of it. I think Palawan is a whole lot better, if you ask me. A lot more prettier places to go. Shout out to my man Eddie Jackson. I see you in the building. He says people in India urinate in the streets, and it's a big problem for them. That doesn't surprise me either. Chinese people could definitely be the worst tourists on the planet. I'm not going there. I don't want to make this a racial thing, but I'm just reading out some comments real quick. My man Lawrence McGee was good. He says it was some Chinese people that did that BS in Boracay. The Chinese are pretty bad about Americans be acting up like we invented that shit. True. My man Akeem James says when we go overseas, they have their own laws as well. Which should be followed religiously. Yes, there's nothing like privilege. Don't get the white people in here. They're going to be angry at you for saying shit like that. Got to be careful. We're not going to make this a racial thing. MD says, I wonder if it was a bitter 30-plus feminist woman who was already hit the wall. Let's not forget that wall is undefeated, gentlemen. Yes, my man, who says that? My homeboy, I watch him on YouTube all the time. Jada Black, he say that shit all the time, so much love to him. He says the wall is undefeated. That is true. We good? Everybody's good. Brian K, I see you. Trent Knight was good with your family. The Observer, he said you're in Manila. You want to meet up for a bite to eat? My email, shit. Hit me up, man. We'll figure out if we can make this happen. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna read this last article. Did I tell? Yeah, that should be my email right there. All right, here we go. Yo, here we go. All right, all ears. Okay. Now, this one is a particularly different story, okay? I've never heard of anything like this. We know that this happens all the time, but I have never in a million years. We got some comments that need approving. I'm sorry, guys. Give me a minute. Okay. I'll try to reach out to you, my G. Give me a minute. My man Elgo says we have UPS and FedEx drivers talking a lot of stuff on their customers' lawns and views of security cameras right in the US of A. This stuff is becoming normal. True that. My man Josh says, I wonder what would happen if another foreigner slapped her. The police would arrest him. I don't know, man. What if the police officer slapped her back? I'm like, shit, bitch, tripping. Anyway, 27 watching, 18 likes. What's good? We got to get the likes up, man. Don't leave the doc hanging. All right, we're all on the same accord. One last story that I want to share. Now, this version of entitlement is not necessarily about the foreigner coming over and acting like he's the big bad foreigner. This one is more or less just the foreigner just going completely dumb shit crazy. Okay, I'm going to post a link here. That's the link to the article. I'm going to read it out loud because I've heard of stuff like this, but you can't make this shit up. It says, an American forgives the Filipino girlfriend after 5 million peso fake kidnapping plot. Jesus Christ. Let me read this, please. Let me read it. It says the head of a police anti-kidnapping unit has described how a woman tried to trick her American boyfriend with a fake kidnapping scam. Damn. I just had to share this one, guys. The colonel says he detailed how the woman had already taken the 41-year-old for nearly 15 million pesos before the 5 million kidnapping scam. Oh, God. The colonel also says that the couple is unnamed. Okay. Let me read it. He says when they arrived at this particular kidnapping operation, they stormed the room and found that the 40-year-old Filipina, he's 41, she's 40, was safe and sound and all alone. Despite the clear identification of fraud, the woman's past behavior, the American boyfriend opted not to press charges. Jesus Christ. Okay. He said it all started when her American boyfriend went to the Philippines in May of this year and discovered that their savings in a bank was already emptied. Oh, my God. Oh, this is making me cringe. The two met in Kuwait 4 years ago. Then when the Filipino returned home, the American began sending her money. Some of this was intended to cover her daily expenses, but the bulk of it was intended to cover the purchase of a house. Sending money to a Filipino to buy property. Oh, my God. This is shit just making my stomach hurt. It gets better. Although the Americans sent a total of about 15 million pesos, the sum of about 300,000. When he returned to the Philippines in May, he estimated that their bank account should have been around 5 million pesos. However, it only contained just 300. I'm not sure if that meant just $300, just 300 pesos. I'm not sure. He says, despite this, he said he would forgive and forget before inviting his girlfriend to come with him to the United States. Oh, my God, if this story doesn't get any worse, I'm about to lose it. According to the colonel, she refused and went missing after burning their house down in La Union. Oh, my gosh, this bitch is capable of arson, too? Oh, what the fuck is wrong with this chick? Anyways, no more was heard of her until Saturday when the police received information that she had been kidnapped by two armed men who were demanding 5 million pesos for her freedom. The anti-kidnapping group said it was the American's daughter. Said it was the American daughters from the previous relationship who received the demand. Okay, so it wasn't the guy, it was his daughter that received this demand. After the family demanded proof of life from the supposed kidnappers, the woman sent a photo that somehow gave away her exact location. I gotta read this one in full. After storming the room in expectation of meeting armed kidnappers, they found the woman alone and in possession of several bank withdrawal slips. Under questioning, she admitted that her kidnap was a hoax. After contacting the husband with their findings, he opted not to press charges. Oh my God. They have already got back together. Oh my God. He added that although fake kidnap scams were not uncommon, it was unusual for an intended victim to be forgiving. Good God Almighty. I'm sorry. I had to read that with a timeout. Back the fuck up. Just stop. Okay. The story goes as I read it. Oh my God. So basically his wife oh my God, his wife, and she's 40 now. She old as shit. Okay. Come on, man. You can't make this up. You can't. Oh my God. This is when I don't even want to call it entitlement, but this is when stupidity goes too far. Bruh. She already took 15 million pesos from him and then tried to get another 5 million out of him through a fake kidnapping extortion scam. Admitted that it was a lie. The foreigner took her back and basically forgave her for, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. This is a learning lesson for all of us, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care. I think we are all smart enough not to be caught up in some BS like this. I get it. But come on, man. You have to admit that was a good one. That one was a good one. A foreigner getting taken for close to 20 million pesos. Come on, man. These stories happen all the time. I'm not going to act like it doesn't. But to actually see an article that discussed it in its entirety and really put this shit on the map made me laugh, but it made my stomach hurt. I mean, reading it out loud, he forgave her for dropping the 15 million. Let's focus on the timeline of this real quick, okay? Let's focus on the timeline of this one. Basically, he met her in Kuwait. She went back home. He sent her around 15 million pesos for property and to take care of herself. He comes to meet her, finds out that that money is gone, still forgives her. And then follow me on this one. And then he forgives her and says he wants to bring her to the United States. She refused, went missing, and burned their house down. Sometimes this shit is too sometimes this shit seems too far-fetched to believe, but I can't believe that this news article would lie about it. But then again, you never know. But she basically burned the house down and went missing, only to be contacted by other people and demand that another 5 million pesos be sent for her kidnapping. And she almost got away with it if the police did not get involved. My guys, you cannot. I swear to God, you read the article yourself. That's why I posted it. I want you to know that I'm not just making this one up and I'm not just talking out the side of my neck or my ass in this one. You can read it yourself. This is just some shit that I can't believe it. In a million years, I could not believe that a person could be this stupid. That's when entitlement goes too far. That's when having too much money goes wrong in the Philippines. Okay. I can't, man. This is quintessentially one of the best stories that I've ever read in my whole entire life. It made me laugh so hard and it made my stomach hurt so bad. It's cringeworthy. Oh, it's so bad. And I'm glad that he opted not to put his name in this story. Okay? I couldn't imagine how his friends and family or people such as me would find out who he was. I'd probably go to his Facebook page and I'd have to write him a message. I would probably go that far. Because that makes no sense at all. You took an L on 15 mil pesos. Like I said, about 300,000. You forgave her. And then almost got extorted for another 5. And you still forgave her? You're still not going to press charges? I mean, you're not going to get the money back, period. Let's be honest. I mean, it's not so much about getting the money back. It's just the fact that you're not going to remotely press charges on her. Oh my gosh. Now, let's keep in mind, he was 41 apparently, and she was 40. So she's old as dirt. She old as shit. She's so far past the wall. The wall doesn't even fucking give a fuck about her anymore. But come on, man. Oh, don't hurt my feelings. All right, let me read these comments, man. I had to get that one off my chest, bro. Man, Mr. Driver, I agree with you, man. If they do that shit to me, she's farther than out the door. She might be under the earth, and I'm just saying that to be honest. My man Pedro, yes, that was a super dickhead of a move, dumbass if I ever seen one. He said that fool left his self wide open. He did, and she. Oh man, oh my god, this what's good, Swift? Man, this shit's rough, man. ah. I'm not gonna sit there and say that she was damaged. She was just smarter than your average foreigner. That was all that was. Not gonna sit there and say that had anything to do with her being fucking damaged. She was just smarter than that digwad. That was pretty much it. My man Tommy, he says a whole new meaning of a stupid American. You are 100% correct. Jedi says 40 is not old as shit. He said, call me Jazz Dog. I know you're upset over the story. Me too. I'm in time out. Y'all know how I feel about older Filipinos. I have nothing against them. But if I'm gonna get taken advantage of, I don't think it's gonna be them that's gonna do it to me. Okay. Just gonna be honest. I don't think it's gonna be them. In later years, you know me, man. I'm all for it. I don't care. But let's back it up. I'm gonna sit there and be honest with you that you don't expect to be taken to the ringer, or you don't expect your average foreigner to allow himself to be taken to the ringer by someone who is like that. Okay. For him to allow himself to be taken advantage of like that, she better be fine as hell. She better have a Halle Berry type, older the berry, the sweeter the juice type situation going on, bro. But that's a rough one. That's enough to make my stomach hurt. Y'all gotta be honest. Gotta be honest, man. My man San Juan, he says, I'm thinking like something, motorbike, something, assassination, something, pop, problem solved. Yeah, something to that effect. Yeah, he might have been super lonely, but that's still not an excuse, man. That's a rough one. That's enough to make any man's stomach hurt. My man Reggie Coleman says, well, it just goes to show you how much of a sucker he is, and not to mention how he is a big fucking simp. Yep. True that. He said she is going to set him up and get all of his money eventually. That's when you know you got too much money. My man Daniel Tanner, I've heard it all from right here. This is what happens. This is what happens, man. He says you can study to be stupid and not be as stupid as this guy. It's too much, man. It's too much. I can't take it. This is too much for me. I can't. My life, reading it out loud makes it feel even worse. That's the problem. That's when your title or your entitlement of being where you're from and what you have to offer or bring to the table, that's when it all goes wrong. Whew. Oh, God. That shit hurts, man. But I can't. All I'm going to tell you, it happens. I mean, this is not new. I'm not acting like this is breaking news, like the shit doesn't happen. It's just when you read about it and it comes from particularly, I'm going to say that this is a credible source. I don't believe this source has a reason to lie. They withheld names and all of that good stuff because of how embarrassing the whole entire situation is in general. But man, oh man, I never thought in a million years, I never thought in a million of my years that I would have to see that. I couldn't see it coming. I could not see that one coming. Just gonna be honest. I could not have seen that one coming. It's funny by nature, but goddamn, man, come on. My man Akeem James says, I'll tell you what's gonna happen. If she made it to the US, she's gonna sell all of that Sims assets and move on. She gonna get paid. Oh, excuse me. I had the hiccups, but bruh. Come on, man. That's enough to hurt my feelings. I mean, you hear it all the time. It's not anything new, but come on, man. Come on. You can't believe it. I can't believe a person could be that stupid and then forgive her. That's where that's kind of where my whole heart. That's where my whole problem starts. The forgiveness part, because you ain't gonna get me but once, okay? Like I said, I'll get got once. Not for 15 million, of course, but I'll get got once. It never happened again. Some guys are born to be messed over. That's true. He said he's one of them. What surprises me is how he made all that money to lose it so easily. He probably inherited. Yeah, it could have been an inheritance. He said they met while they were working in Kuwait. So if you read the article, it said that the both of them met in Kuwait. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that he was probably into some contracting work. And we all know that contracting work, for the most part, you do get paid pretty well. I just can't see losing $300,000 plus to anybody by giving it away and trusting her with it. It's stupid, bro. She should be actually pissed off driver. Exactly. She should be the one wearing the I'm with stupid t-shirt, because I promise you that shirt would be fitting for this particular situation. I think that if that actually happened and you actually see them in person, if you knew who they were, that would perfectly fit the situation. As satirical or however funny or meme worthy it is, that would fit the situation, no doubt in my mind. Yes, Jedi, I'm a little upset. Never let them know what you have. A little bit more than that. You can buy like 5 condos with 15 million, man. You could do a lot more with 15 mil. You could get a lot of stuff, especially in these more provincial areas. You could definitely do very well. He is an idiot by trade. I can't. Oh, goddamn. Okay. My man Daniel Tanner was good. He says you can never let your left hand know what the right is doing. People have ulterior motives. That is very true. Jedi says those girls will play you like a fiddle if you are a simp. And he quintessentially opened his wallet up and just said, take everything that I have. Never seen that. I know it happens, but I've never read a story so dramatic. And then forgave her and still wants to be with her. That's what really got me all over the place. That's what that's what really got me in my feelings, man. Got me doing the in my feelings dance. Kiki, do you love me? No, she don't. Kiki want all that money. Anyway, pissed off driver, do you believe 40-year-old Punan is really that good, man? Let me ask you that question personally. Do you believe that 40-year-old Punan is really worth 20 million pesos? Just go say that. I'm gonna ask that question. That is a very, very, very logical question to ask. Do you believe that 40-year-old Punan is really that good? All right, we'll see. My man Jedi says this fool be crying like a bitch and then take her back. Oh God. Oh, I can't stand it, man. I can't. He says she'd be apologizing in the afterlife. Yeah, that sounds about right too. Cause you ain't about to get oh my God. Mm. 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 Criminal behavior is considered damage. You can go that far. But let's be honest though, we can't overlook that Filipinos are smart too. We talk about that too. Yeah, you can call it damage, but he's probably he's probably so far gone that how can you say it? He's probably so far gone that there was nothing that was going to save him from himself. I think this situation had to happen. I think the only way he could save himself from himself, and especially that young lady, is if she was locked up or something. I don't know. I mean, in hindsight, it's hard for you to basically judge the situation. And the only reason it's hard to judge this particular situation is because he gave her the money now. Let's not overlook that. He gave her the money. Like, he put the money in an account. So you can't go out and say, oh, she stole it. She didn't actually steal it. You gave it to her. So it's kind of like you're the dumbass. You gave her the money to hold on to and to be, it was in her name. The account was in her way. Now, this whole fake kidnapping hoax, yeah, he could have got her for that, but at what extent and at what price? You think you were really going to get that money back if you actually did take an L on that 5 mil? Baby girl was in the wherever she was at, the hotel room or whatever, with bank statements just waiting for you to send the money to that account so she could withdraw it. Oh God, she was just waiting for your dumb ass to send it. She had pen, paper, and withdrawal slips in hand. Think about that for a second. They said they found her in the room with withdrawal slips. They found her in the room with withdrawal slips. So she was just waiting for him to send it so that she could go ahead and get that money out. You feel me? Just sitting there waiting. I love it, man. I mean, you can't make this shit up. I can't. He is a loser in my opinion as well. Jedi, I don't think that that's his thought process. He's in love. He's so in love. Kim Jong, sip of the year, man. I don't think anybody comes this close. I don't think anybody will ever come that close. My man MD says something tells me that the guy did not get any play in his own home country at all. He hit the wall at 40 and he lost his mind. Something happened, man. I don't like to judge, but good God Almighty, oh man, nobody is worth that money. That's true. And she was probably a damn good one, John Doe. She was probably really good at her job. She got him. Let's be honest, she got him. Who knows what her work was in Kuwait? Let's not overlook that. Who knows what she was when she was in Kuwait when he met her? Maybe, just maybe. We're not going there. We're not going there. I wanted to say it, but I'm gonna keep that one to myself. He said in America, 40 is the new 60. Maybe. Trent Knight, I'm not mad at her for getting hers either, but she would definitely have an issue. I don't know. With me, I can't see myself letting it go. But hey, to each their own, man. You gotta love it though, man. These stories, they come out all the time. You wonder what brings a person to that particular lifestyle. Who cares? It's just the fact that it's here now, and now you got to deal with it. Call it damaged if you want to, but she's a smart damaged. She's definitely a smart damaged chick. Like I said, a damaged Filipina, if you really want to bring that particular topic back up, like I said, it definitely drastically changes a woman for either good or bad. Depends. It truly does depend. He says this guy is going mentally with that much money, invest to where you can get to return. Actually, yeah, it's not going to work. Some people just have that money and that's on him. My man DE says, okay, Mike, tell the truth. This is a fake story. Has to be. No foreigners. That's stupid. DE, I promise you, if it was a fake story, I wouldn't share it. I'll put the link again. The link is there. You can look at the story. You can investigate it if you want to. You can try to break it down and see if it's fake. I just can't believe it to be fake. There are no names. All names have been withheld. For what purpose does this serve? Because I only tripped and fell on it. It ain't like, it's not, I mean, I had to go looking for this particular story. It's not something that's like, front page news, but I can't believe this would be a fake story. But if it is, to each their own. I want to believe that there's nobody that dumb, but I'm not going to put it over any of these chicks, man. Not going to put it over any of these dumb dudes either, man. Akeem James, man, some of them are smarter than your average, man. Like I said, why go hard with all of these young ladies? I mean, why go hard and have to deal with all these foreign men when I can lock my eyes on one guy and extort him for everything that I possibly can? Why? Tell me why. Tell me why not. I don't know, Jedi. I don't know how she ended up getting all of that money. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? You can't make this up though, man. He scammed himself. Yeah, that sounds about right. But I love it. I love it. It's too much to fathom at one time, but I just wanted to give you guys these quick stories because I thought that they were completely awesome. Jedi, I want to do it. Doc is not a big fan of exposing people because that's not how I do this. But come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. This hurts. This hurts my feelings. I love it. I mean, it's a painful story to read, but let's be honest, man, it's a beautiful disaster if you ask me, because it's all a learning lesson. I mean, this is a lesson neither of us will probably ever go through. Let's hope not. If you've been through it, it's a learning lesson, but come on, man. Who's gonna send 15 million pesos to anybody in the Philippines, man? I love it. I'm sorry. I do. I truly do. My man MD, he said, look up Corey and Evelyn from the 90 Day Fiance show. Actually, that guy might be the biggest beta male on the planet. I can't bring myself to watch the 90 Day Fiance because I know it's really a bad show. That show is toxic. San Juan, it is a serious catastrophe. It makes me hurt, and it's not even my money. He says, how many men do you think would be put in Ike Turner mode over 300,000? I would raise my hand on that. It's more than an Ike Turner, man. We might go a little harder than that, but yeah. John Doe, you're right. These stories are common. I just love reading them out loud. But it makes no sense, man. There's no justification behind it. I don't know how you could do it, but apparently he managed to be the dumbest motherfucker on planet Earth. I cannot see it any other way. He managed to be the dumbest foreigner of recent times that I've ever seen. And it does dollar amounts do matter. Let me put it like that. Dollar amounts do matter. I think the dumber you are, the more you lose, right? So you can basically categorically categorize the simp of the year by the person who's taken the most L's and forgiving the girl for it. I think that's really where it all goes down. Shout out to my boy Reggie Dollars. What's good with you, man? He said we could put him out there as the mouse, get him out not to deal with girls in the Philippines. I would love to, man, because he is the perfect example of what not to do. As we talked about in my previous video, the perfect example of what not to do. We got 29 watching. I see 22 likes. I appreciate that. For those that have not put a like on this particular video, I appreciate that. Go ahead and caress, molest, and de-stress that like button. Just give it a minute. If you have time, I'll give you a second or two. All right. But yeah, man, ladies and gentlemen, you can't make this up. Like some of the stuff you can't make up. It's just I mean, I enjoy reading stories like this. I do. But again, it has everything to do with your title doesn't entitle you. Like I said before, you can't come to a foreign country and act a fool on both ends of the spectrum. You can't come to the country and believe that you are afforded the exact same rights as everybody else. I mean, you can't come into the country believing that you are afforded the exact same rights that you have in your own home country. I'm telling you, if they're going to arrest Australian nuns, let me say that one more time. If they are going to arrest Australian nuns, come on, man. What do you think they're going to do to you? Okay, just my thoughts. All right, so you got to be careful. But this last story, I know this takes entitlement to a whole new level. It's more or less looking at entitlement from, oh, look at me, the foreigner with all the money, and let this chick take advantage of me. That's kind of how I see entitlement at its worst. And again, I enjoyed the story. Something to share. Jedi, we could use him as a mascot. We could probably use him for a whole bunch of other reasons. I don't want to go there, but yeah, man, that's pretty rough. My man Jaw says he said I would be like that dude from the Saw movies if she did that shit to me. Yeah, I think I'd have I honestly believe that I would have something dramatic to say. Ah, man. I think I would definitely have to. I can't. Sometimes you just got to be careful with your words, man. Sometimes you just can't say everything out loud. But yeah, I'd definitely be in my feelings over it. My man Elgo says, well, if this guy is an oil field worker, he may be rolling in some serious coin. Yeah, like I said, if he's got guap, if he's got the money, I don't see how we can he can take the L, right? Samwan says, I like this video before you showed up. Oh, you're talking to me? I don't know who you're talking to. I'm sorry. It was boiled nuts. I don't know why she burned the house down. That intrigued the hell out of me. She burned the house down. I guess it was basically setting up the lie or that she was kidnapped or something. Oh, they burned my house down and kidnapped me. But she burnt the house down. That's something we just did not talk about. But yeah, she burned the house down. And yeah, he's probably not rolling in too much more coin after he done gave it all to her. Small world. Whew. Oh man. Oh my god. I love the story. I love the story, guys. It's just great. It's just one of those few things that you can't make it up. I really don't believe that this story was made up. It sounds too good to be true, but it truthfully probably is true. I just wanted to provide you guys a quick laugh, man. I didn't plan on being on very long, but this was a great one. Just wanted to let you know that your title doesn't entitle you. Just because you have it, just because you are who you are and you are from where you're from, let's be honest with one another. Your titles don't entitle you to shit. And clearly, you have some young ladies who are very good at exploiting a lot of this shit. It is very ignorant to agree that you're entitled to other things in other countries. I agree. I've never been to a foreign country and thought of myself as better than the locals, because that's how you get fucked up. But you do have a chosen few people who choose to perpetuate that particular narrative. They just happen to be the type of person that they are and go for it, believing that nothing bad could ever happen to them. And I think that when you see it happen, oh man, it's funny. It's funny to hear it, but it's sad to hear it all at the exact same time. My man San Juan says, "What's up with Jesse Smollett in the Philippines?" I think it's a little bit worse than if you watch the Dave Chappelle comedy special. That shit was awesome. Sticks and Stones. He called up Jesse Smollett. I thought that was pretty good though. But yeah, it's just a sad state of events, man. I can't imagine what I would do if I lost that kind of money. I'm gonna be honest with you. I cannot imagine what I would do if I took an L on that kind of money. I swear to God, I would be on my Punisher shit right there. I don't know if you guys have seen the Punisher, the show or the movie. I probably have to start taking some people out, bro, because I can't. It's enough to make you feel. It's enough to put that bad feeling in your stomach. But everybody be like, haha, it's just money. No, it's not. You say that about a little amount you use. You don't say that about dropping 300K. Mm. Mm. Yeah, Jaws, that's also a definitely that's also definitely a way of looking at it. You could have my man said for 300,000, you could have had 3 or 4 Filipinas and children with all of them and still been able to take care of all of them until college. Hey, probably right. Probably a little bit more than that if you wanted to. In the Philippines, money does talk. Agreed. You should be. Money can buy your way out of situations. Unfortunately, he kind of just put all his eggs in one basket with one Filipino. So I don't know if he bought himself out of a situation or bought himself into one that was horrendously fucked up. Trent Knight, yes, Dave Chappelle is the best comedian of all times. That's it. There is no debate on that. Dave Chappelle is the best comedian of all times. At least in my generation, yeah, he's the best one. Elgo says, I suspected that since they both lived in the Middle East, she knew exactly how much money he had and saved up, and this put her motivation in an overdrive. I don't know. Yes, it is always best to keep a low profile, ladies and gentlemen. You can't. I just had to share this story. As dramatic as it was, gentlemen, this story had to be shared. Because it's a live and learn situation. It's a live and learn situation. But yes, Dave Chappelle is my favorite comedian of all times. There is no second. I mean, there's no close second, in my opinion. But yeah, that Sticks and Stones was my favorite comedy of all time. For sure. For sure. Uh yeah, I gotta read comments, guys. I'm sorry. But yeah, everybody knows Dave Chappelle, the best comedian of all time. Anyway, I gotta read comments. I gotta see if I missed any. Yeah. He said even Dave Chappelle got hooked on that peanut punani. Yeah, Dave Chappelle's wife is actually Filipino. Yes, she is. They got 3 beautiful kids. I've seen them. You can Google search him. Yep. That's why he's one of my. It has nothing to do with the fact that he has a Filipino wife, but still, Dave Chappelle is awesome. Oh yeah, they trying to give him hell. I know. He's under a lot of scrutiny because of his particular live streaming. You've seen a lot of people make videos about it. My channel is nothing about reviewing comedy specials or anything related to social issues. That's why I didn't talk about it. But come on, man. Everybody knows that was the best fucking comedy stand-up special of all times. He talked about everything. And then all of a sudden you got people coming out, yeah, what do you expect from a mid 40-year-old person who's still doing comedy? Dave Chappelle still does comedy and he's still better. He's light years ahead of it, all of y'all. So y'all can't shit on him, but it's all good. All right. I think that we've had our fair share of fun digging into this dude's ass real quick. I think it was a great live stream. Just wanted to go ahead and put this energy out there in the world today because everybody needs it. All right. So let me go ahead and give my shout outs to my people. Give me a second. And if I miss you, leave your name down at the bottom. I got you. Yes, that joke, the kick him in the punan. Yeah, that was in his last comedy special. That was a funny joke. If you seen the whole joke, how we started, it was pretty awesome. He says, "I'm gonna start by giving you the punchline," and that was the punchline of the joke. And then he told the joke backwards. It was classic. All right, guys, let me go ahead and get my shout out real quick. Yes, it does make me smile and throw up at the exact same time. My man Chaz in the building. Much love to you, man. Doc's on his way out. Jedi, I see you. My man Trent Knight. Sam Juan, much love to you. My boy Jamal, I see you in the building. MD, Pissed Off Driver, I see you. John Doe, as always. El Ghost, Trent Knight. My man Boiled Nuts. Love the avatar, by the way. I'm a dog person. Akeem James, what's good with you, bro? My boy Reggie Dollars, I see you. Much love to all of you guys. Leave your name down at the bottom if you need to get a shout out. I'll make sure I take care of that for you guys. If I miss your name, of course. My brother DE Raptor, man, much love to you. I wanted to believe it was fake, but that's just not true. I just don't think it is. My man Daniel Tanner, much love to you, my G. If I miss your name, leave it down at the bottom. I'll make sure I get it. My boy Kim Jong Barack, love that high top fade, my G. Let me get it. I'm gonna get you guys. Don't worry about it. I'll make sure everybody gets touched in the most inappropriate way humanly possible. My boy Reggie Coleman, I see you. Appreciate you coming through. My man Tommy's Philippine Journey. Appreciate you. Swift 30 SF. Appreciate y'all coming through. My boy Pedro, always good with the popcorn, my G. Much love to you. The Observer, I see you, family. I left you my email as well. I'm hoping that we can link up. I'll let you know and see what area you're in, and I'll see where I'm at and see what we can try to make happen. My man Brian K, what's good with you? Sean Haynes, appreciate you coming through. If I missed you, leave your name down at the bottom. I got you. Michael Cruz, I see you, family. My boy NY Mets fan. And that's it. All right, let me scroll my ass all the way back at the bottom. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. But yeah, man, this was a fun one. I just had to get this one out the way. Great times, good vibes. All right, if I missed you, I'm coming back to you. We're good. All right. Everybody, it has been fun. It has been real, but I'm going to go ahead and close it out. You know what it means. My boy DE, much love to you, family. The homie Pedro, I see you guys. Jedi, much love to all of y'all for coming through and showing love. All right. So, with that being said, the good doc is officially out. At least nakopa alam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye, as always. Love you guys. Mahakita. Mabuhay. Peace.